So, ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, meine Damen und Herren, señores y señoras, here we are once again. It is the Team Liquid Open number 12. It is the 5th TSL qualifier. It is the round of 16. It is SeleCT against NightEnD. SeleCT, the favorite to win this. He is up 1-0 against NightEnD. Now spawning as the Teal Terran. Oh, I have to change the colors once again. No big deal. So he's spawning as the Teal Terran in the top right. Meanwhile, we have NightEnD spawning as the blue Protoss on the top left here on Shakura's plateau. Of course, those two guys spawning next to each other. Next to each other means Destructible Rocks 1 taken out, Destructible Rocks 2 taken out, and then you can go for some powerful timing push. Of course, I'd like to say this Raven Banshee Siege Tank Marine push is a very powerful one, because you can just slowly siege up, and because of the fact of this small ramp, and this ramp is so small that one force field is enough to block this ramp. But if you have some air units and the siege tanks, you will be able to repel all those sentries. And with a slow push, and because of the small ramp, these gate units defending such a push won't be that effective. And if you add a Raven in the mix, it is quite powerful there as well. But I'm not sure if we will see something like this. Let's take a look if SeleCT is deciding to go for the refinery, or even going for the same build like he did in the first game on Lost Temple, where he did not opt for any gas, and he's still not getting any gas, and looks like he will just get 1 or 2 3 Marines out on this barracks, and then just go for the expansion once again. But now the probe for NightEnD scouted right away, and so he knows what's going on. He sees, okay, there's no gas, and no gas of course means two things: proxy barracks, hidden barracks, or a fast expansion, and a fast expansion is more likely to happen. So what is NightEnD doing? Is he going for a one gate into expansion himself as well? Because we see SeleCT is getting more and more minerals. He's at 280 minerals. He should move out with the SCV pretty soon, and there's the SCV moving out. One Marine is out there, a second Marine is out there as well, and he's just checking for any hidden proxy pylons, and he's checking his complete base, and there he's doing a really good job with it. Now he can go for the command center, meanwhile he is still running around with his own SCVs. So NightEnD, he is already at 200 minerals now, not just yet, he just decided to build another pylon, and going for the warp gate research, and he invested all of his chrono boosts in the Nexus. He wants to have quite a lot of SCVs out there, and indeed he's got probes out there, and indeed he's got 5 more harvesters currently than SeleCT does. And this is not looking too bad in terms of economy. He won't be too much behind, because now he's getting his own Nexus himself as well. He's behind about 40 seconds in terms of producing this main building here at the natural expansion. But because of the fact that he's had 5 harvesters, he shouldn't be having too many problems. And he's even continuing with the chrono boost on the Nexus, so maybe this 5 harvester lead will soon be a 6 harvester lead. And there we see NightEnD getting 3 more gates, and I think he should get a RoboBay pretty soon. There he's going for the second assimilator. The warp gate will be finished in 35 seconds, and the command center for SeleCT just finished. He's transforming it into an orbital command, and getting a tech lab on the first barracks. So with the remaining barracks, he just keeps on producing Marines. Does he have enough energy, enough gas for a upgrade yet? No, he does not, because he decided to invest a little bit of gas here into this Marauder at first. So there we see the robotics facility. So those 3 gates are just opening up. He will be able to warp in units from now on. He's producing more probes. Meanwhile, SeleCT is producing more SCVs himself as well. So in the end, those 2 guys will be pretty even in terms of economy. Or SeleCT might be slightly ahead, especially considering that, yes, he's got those 2 mules. So let's check the income tab. We have 1,000 in general for Select. We got about 1,000 here for a NightEnD as well. So those two guys are more or less even in terms of economy. Now Select is going for the stim. He's walling off his natural with two bunkers. He's got 4 marines in there each. He's got those 2 marauders and 2 marines waiting behind the main bunker. So those 2 destructible rocks are not getting attacked by either player. Select is still on the marine marauder train, no factory in production. Meanwhile, NightEnD, on the other hand, he is going for the complete tier 3 tech, going for the robotics bay. And we just saw the scan here by Select. Let's take a look at the vision. And yes, he knows about this robotics bay. He knows about the robotics facility, so he's completely aware of what's going on. That's why he decided to immediately put up the factory. Getting more add-ons here with a second barracks in the middle, going for even more barracks. So 5 barracks, 2 starports, 5 barracks, 1 starport is a good amount of production buildings to have when you are on 2 bases without one of those 2 bases being a goal expansion. Now Select is moving out to the Zelnaga watchtower. He's spotting, okay, there's nothing going on. He's keeping 1 marine at the Zelnaga watchtower in the north, not caring really about the Zelnaga watchtower in the south. And he's moving out with an SCV, and there he is hiding this SCV here on the high ground. Maybe he wants to check from time to time if NightEnD goes for a Nexus second expansion here on the 8 o'clock natural expansion. So let's take a look at the production tab once again. So Colossi in production, of course, is soon to be out here for NightEnD. Extended thermal lens is being upgraded. He's getting the forge. He's producing more probes. Meanwhile, we have those 5 barracks, including all the add-ons finished for Select. Now we see the reactor swap with the starport here, so he will be able to provide quite a lot of medivacs for all those mariners and those marauders as well. The +1 is halfway finished for the infantry units here for Select. And he's going for another command center at the 4 o'clock expansion. So I can't really tell who is ahead because we are 10 minutes in the game, and in terms of units lost, we just saw 1 single SCV or 1 single marine die, and that's about it. So 10 minutes 30 seconds without any action at all. I'm pretty happy about myself being able to talk about this game anyway for 11 minutes. So meanwhile we wait, just a little self-advertisement here. I am Special Andre. A stream is available in HD. The stream is available in low quality as well, and the low quality stream works perfectly for iPhones and iPads as well, or even mobile phones with the Android OS. As soon as you got a Flash application, you should be able to watch it even if you're on the move somewhere. I got a Twitter account, I got a Facebook account. The VODs will be uploaded on YouTube. And if you know when I will be casting something next, I will let you know on my Facebook. If you want to know when I have an event coming up, I will let you know on my Twitter. If you want to know what music I play in between the games, I will let you know on my Facebook, and there are links for YouTube including etc, etc. So Select going with a 4 marine, a 5 marine drop here. Those stint marines do quite some damage, taking out a couple of probes. He will be able to take out this pylon as well. Where are the forces of NightEnD? There they are. And Select is pulling back, so he killed 3 probes, killed a pylon, and he moved back, so why not? Good trade here for Select. Select is getting finished with another starport, so 3 base double starport with double reactor just feels just fine, because 1 reacted starport on 1 base is too much. 1 reacted starport on 2 bases is not enough, but 2 reacted starports on 3 bases just feels about right. So production tab is telling us that now we see the Nexus here for NightEnD. He's going for the Twilight Council. Twilight Council is halfway down for him. I would have liked him to get this Twilight Council a little bit sooner, but better late than never. So Select is going for the +1 armor here on the infantry as well, even though it takes another 110 seconds for those this upgrade to finish. And NightEnD, he's constantly producing more and more SCVs. Let's take a look at the more and more probes. Let's take a look at the probe count. He's at 56, so SeleCT is even ahead in terms of harvester count. But and this is a planetary fortress, so still only 2 mules every 80 seconds. Every 80 seconds is it what it takes to accumulate 50 energy on an orbital command. So because of the fact that he's got 2 orbital commands, means 2 mules every 80 seconds. And NightEnD is not going for the charge, but instead he's going for the blink. Of course, blink is an ability which allows you to deal a little bit better with the Vikings, but now SeleCT here is going with those 8 stint marauders. He wants to take out this Nexus. He's attacking the Nexus directly, but there are the Stalkers already. There are more of these SCVs, and looks like the Stalkers deciding not to attack the marauders right away, but instead decided to take the Medivac. So all those forces will go down here by SeleCT, but the mining time at this expansion will be delayed by another 100 seconds. So this attack by SeleCT, in my personal view, was absolutely worth it. Let's take a look at the units lost. There, those 2 guys are pretty even. This first marine drop here in the main base by SeleCT of NightEnD was successful. Then SeleCT only was able to kill the Nexus. Meanwhile, he lost 8 marauders and 2 medivacs. I mean, NightEnD, he's got quite a nice amount of forces, and those 2 guys are nearly maxed. I mean, NightEnD is at 172, SeleCT is at 174, so those 2 guys still pretty even though the economy for SeleCT is slightly better. So SeleCT not only going for the the armory. Where's the armory? Here it is. But he's also going for the Ghost Academy, researching the Mebius reactor, which allows the Ghost to spawn with 75 energy right away. So like all those other energy upgrades, for example, like the pathogen glands upgrade for the infestors, or the Corvette reactor for the Banshees. Now we have the Mebius reactor for the Ghosts. 2 Ghosts are out already. Now he's finished with the armory. That's why he's able to get the +2, going for 2 more barracks. And this planetary fortress at the 4 o'clock is very well saturated, the base here. He's going for another command center here at the bottom right, main base as well. And I like the army positioning of NightEnD very much, because if the Marine Marauder blob is just attacking here, he can really do a nice job at surrounding all those units, and he needs to get more upgrades. There he's getting the +3 upgrade already, so a nice upgrade here for NightEnD, so he's ahead in terms of upgrades. And we see a nice upgrade for him as well, the Graviton booster. Oh no, it's a Gravitic boosters. And now SeleCT is trying to get rid of those Vikings here, and of the Colossi, and those Vikings did quite a nice amount of damage. And I have no idea what NightEnD did there, because he will lose all of his forces right now. There were the Vikings coming up, and then he decided to blink in front of this Marauders. It was not, SeleCT was not attacking with his Marauders. He just could have killed the Vikings, but NightEnD decided to sacrifice all of his Stalkers, and he did not place any force fields at all, even though he had enough sentries. There are the Vikings trying to land here in the back of the mineral line. They are newly warped in Blink Stalkers. Of course, they will be able to take out all of those Vikings one by one. Meanwhile, more Marauders coming in with a stim. What about the production capabilities here of NightEnD? He's got this photon cannon there. He's got all those Stalkers there. So with the Stalkers, he will be able to warp in more units. But now both of the pylons have been taken out. This cannon is unpowered, but still this last pylon allowing him to warp in more units. Now the Zealots with the charge, of course, doing quite a nice amount of damage here. The Blink Stalkers trying to take out even more of those forces, but the Blink Stalkers should attack the Medivac. Another Colossus is out. Blinked Stint Marauders trying to take out the Colossus. The Colossus goes down, and